Hello Enchanted Ones, and a blessed autumn to you all. This week join me as I explore 13 magical witchy things you can do to make the most of autumn, to embrace the fae, the day, the moon and the night. So sit back, relax and keep on watching. Let's go. Oh, what a lovely day. I need to get outside. Ta-da! Hello. You coming in for your brekkie? Come on then. Here we go. Here we go. Yummers. Hello Enchanted Ones, and welcome back. Happy autumn, happy equinox, happy Mabon to you all. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I'm back with another awesome video so soon. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 13 things that you can do in autumn, and what I want to do is just have you follow the day with me. It's a Friday, and actually it's Friday the 13th today. Hang on, it's Friday the 13th. Magical. 13 things for Friday the 13th, but also 13 things because it's a witchy number, 13 moons in a year, and we're going to just be following the day and see where it takes us. I've got a lot of exciting things planned for today, but also I've got a lot of exciting things that I haven't planned, and we're just going to see where it takes us. And one of those things is the woods. So we're going to get through this, and then we're going to head off into the Enchanted Woods. Hello, my lovely boy. Hi. Okay, let's go. The first thing on the agenda today is to connect with the autumn fae. So I followed my senses to somewhere I hadn't been for a while, the Faerie's den. And it didn't take long to see the autumn shift that was happening here. The elder leaves were shedding and the winter-born stream began to trickle once more. That is so weird. I've never seen it so orange. I am in awe. Gosh, this is giving me Crimson Peak vibes. I love it. Look how bright this is. This is so weird. This whole fairy den is littered with green, bright green leaves, but the stream is bright orange. And there's a lot of clay in the woods, so this is exactly what it is, it's clay. But it's so bizarre to me because it's like back to front, and look, you can see my breath. It feels so magical here, like I'm in this lost paradox. I was not expecting this walk to become so magical within 5 minutes. Wow, just not a single yellow in sight. It honestly feels like I'm kind of underwater here because the sun's reflecting through the green leaves. The green leaves are on the floor and everything else within it is green. It's a really bizarre enclosed feeling. I can't put my finger on it. And then here, it feels like everything's back to front. I've never seen it so orange. I'm so inspired and I don't understand what's going on here. I'm going to draw an oracle card because, like, sometimes you've got to when you're a bit confused. I'm going to ask it, what is this place trying to tell me? That's what I'm trying to see today. And I think it is this one. Okay, so I've drawn the card, the Autumn Fae. Go slowly and listen closely for the words of the tree spirits. I've never drawn that card before. Oh, it's so beautiful. So the autumn fairies are hard at work, and I really want to leave something for them that they'll like. And that is a mandala made of leaves. Green leaves. I thought it was going to be yellow leaves, but it's green leaves today. Listening to the trees, I created the mandala out of the green alder leaves. Mandalas can symbolize the ever-growing complexity of the universe. And what's the best thing to do with leaves instead of raking them up? Of course, making pictures with them. To me, this is a little gift for passers-by, for nature and the fairies to say thank you. It was also a mindful and grounding experience for myself, and my energy went from chaos to calm within moments. So thank you, fairies. Okay, so now I'm going to finish my tea that I didn't finish in the Cosy Nook. There it is. There it is. So here is my shopping list, and on it is all the seeds and things that you can find in autumn. Some of these things I would like to collect one of, so I can have a little collection in my home. And I know the fairies are really interested in having them in their home this year too. Over the last couple of days here, it has really got colder. Like, seeing my breath over there, like, that's crazy to me because it's been so hot. Evenings have been chilly. I wore a jumper to bed last night. I'm interested to see what has already occurred within the woods. I've already found a couple of these, one being an elder cone and one being a hazelnut, because we are surrounded by hazel trees and alder trees, one of them being right there. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do today also. And I turned it into a little lesser. I hope you appreciate that. I left the fairies' den and went exploring down the bridle path, full of deciduous trees that were bearing little gifts. The rowan berries are always the first berry to come, so it means all the leaves come off the trees early too. So they're nearly empty now. That smell of autumn is so good. I've just run into these holly berries. They're so beautiful and green, aren't they? Okay. Yes, yes. Go, look at them. A helicopter, a sycamore. That, I believe, is the rare fairy jumper acorn. Perfect. Down the healing trail, there were some other pieces of bark that stood out to me, so I collected these too. Look at this. Oh my gosh, that is a wand. Beautiful. Orange ferns, look at them. A yellow leaf. Done. Look at this beautiful heather. I haven't been able to come down the trail because of all the ants, as you might have seen, but it's so nice to be reunited with it. This is weird. What is this? Some plumptious beauties here. Look at you. It's a bottom of sweet chestnuts. Now I found my first solo hedgehog. Second solo hedgehog there. And I'm going to attempt to put it in my bag somehow. It's a bit spiky. Oh, there we go. Hello, look at you. Here we go. Here we go. Look at them, they're so cute. And I found one. I haven't been able to find any toadstools this year. This is the first toadstool along with the fairy fires. Beautiful. There's loads over here too. Cute. Look at them all. Hi guys. Nice to see you. They're like, oh, finally we can breathe again. Beach umbrellas. Hello. Anyone in there? I haven't found a couple of things, but that's exciting because I can find them upon my next walks. But there is one more thing I need to show you, and that is a fairy leaf. I hope you like my technical terms for everything today because, you know, why not? Fairy leaves are often found in my garden. Well, actually, there is one that I saw just before I got home, just floating in front of me. A mini falling fairy leaf. But what are they? Hello. Such a cutie boy. This is a fairy leaf and it's part of a catkin from a silver birch tree. And look at it. It's a teeny tiny leaf. They blow everywhere and they get in my house, in my car, in my clothes, in my washing machine. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, so I decided to mix up a concoction that was inspired by the vibrant orange I saw in the woods. Some may think this is inspired by the leaves, but not to me today. Today it's inspired by a clay stream. I mixed chamomile together with sweet pumpkin tea. Pumpkins are strongly connected to the moon and the element of water, and chamomile is connected to the sun. So with that in mind, this little concoction will help to balance our inner waters and give a calming energy that feels all cozy-wosy and warming inside. Trying to recreate that feeling when you're a bit chilly. You just get really cozy under a blanket, and the only way to do that is to leave the door open. Getting tired. All I want to be in autumn is cozy and safe, and I think that's the main thing that everybody wants to feel with anything. Cozy and safe. It's a lovely tea too, very warming. Fairy leaves everywhere. Oh, and I found one on Keith there too. Keithy, how do you feel about that? I'm watching a squirrel right now eating the acorns from the oak tree. That's so funny, he's just dangling upside down. He's just like got, like, how many lives do squirrels have? I thought cats were risky. So I have this new book. It's called Wheel of the Year by Fiona Cook, and it's illustrated by Jessica Rue, who has illustrated a lot of my Oracle deck cards. And the information inside it, oh my gosh, all the illustrations are stunning. I'm really inspired to learn in autumn especially because I'm inside more. So I thought I'd just take you through a few pages of this book and see what we can learn together about Mabon, the autumn equinox. A fairy ring. Oh my goodness, how cute. I never knew this, but mushrooms are also called toadstools because when they pop up, they look like tiny tables and chairs, ideal for critters and maybe toads to sit on when they want a little rest. So that's why it's a toadstool. How did I never think about that before? It's got some DIYs in it. Not long until they'll be beautiful like this. And this is a great idea. Kind of similar to what I've done in my bedroom, but with real leaves, a leaf mobile. What a great idea, building your own miniature henge. And also plant dyes. And I'm really surprised that you can use rosemary as dye, actually. Never thought of that before. Oh, look at that colour, I love that colour. There's also a really good idea in here for a meditation, and that is imagine shrinking yourself down and walking among the toadstools and walking among the autumn leaves. That is, I'm going to be using that, I think. That's a great idea. An autumn equinox altar. I love it, the idea of a little scales for balance. How cute is that? So of course, one thing I haven't done yet is decorate my altar for Mabon, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. After I put a simmer pot on though, because I'm obsessed with them at the moment. A magical boggy clay river. Today's simmer pot is for the intention of giving clarity of mind, as one of my goals this autumn is to be more mindful and to show up for myself more. So I picked herbs that aid memory and focus. Cinnamon, star anise, rosemary, and of course I cannot have a simmer pot without orange. I stirred into this an affirmation of mindfulness, repeating the words, I am mindful of my actions, I am present, I am balanced. So I left it to cleanse my mind, and now it was time to cleanse my altar. And this autumn I am having a full reset of my altar. I have just picked all of these fairy leaves off of my tights. I swept the negativity away and cleansed with lemon and cinnamon essential oils. Everything here was to be cleansed, so with the crystals that could be charged in sunlight, I put them outside to not only be cleansed by the sun, but to be cleansed by the liminal time in between night and day, for you know, the balance, darling. And everything else got cleansed by the bell. So I put back its standard skeleton of items, and now it's time to decorate it with all my autumn goodness. This year at my altar I am going for autumn curiosity vibes, but so far I only have this book, so I definitely need to make some more DIYs to go with this theme too. I looked in my crystal box to see what drew itself out to me, and potted around, decorating aimlessly for hours. I have a collection of seeds in here. Oh my gosh, don't they look so amazing together? I'm not going to put any crystals in this one this year. I'm going to put all my crystals in that one. So I'm going to have my prized collection in here. And they look so good all together, don't you think? So here's all the seeds I found today. So beautiful. Oh my goodness, I still can't get over this wand. And also now, listen, interesting that I was attracted to this because look at the card I was drawn to and look at this. It's like the same head shape. And I suddenly just got inspiration to make this over like an autumn fairy. Like an autumn fairy fawn face. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, God, that is so coincidental. I don't think that's a coincidence at all though, to be honest. I'm going to put some of these on my fairy star little altar here. The best part about this now is you can watch it change colour, and every day it'll be a little bit darker and more autumnal. I think that this is an absolute masterpiece in itself, and I'm not going to be changing anything about this. It's fantastic, and I'm going to pop it here. Little mushroom patch there. What am I going to do with you, Autumn Fae? Do you think I should give it a mustache? I've had a rummage through the craft box, the woodland box, and in my garden, finding the biggest acorn known to man. Look at that, oh my goodness. That needs to go on display. My theory is with this is that this fairy wants me to create a headband for it, an autumn headband. So I'm going to be using the seeds of autumn, like I've been doing, to create that. Oh, I love it so far. Oh my gosh, perfect. This is very fitting as I need to balance it just right. And that's what the equinox is all about. Balance. So my first autumn curiosity item was complete, and I named her Balance, the fairy with the autumnal crown. But it was time for a few more, in the form of toadstools. You see, I have 2 terrariums at home and want to experiment with different mediums of toadstools today. The first one being with simply a glue gun. Naughty. Look at my tights again, absolutely covered in fairy leaves. I love it, I love it. It's the new design, it's the new design. So, in the woods, I haven't seen any yet, but I love a bolete mushroom, and I really want to pick one this year when I find it, because apparently they're delicious. They are just like voluptuous toadstools, that's all I can say. They're voluptuous, and I want to have a go this year at making them from clay, because they're just the most fairy tale things ever, along with, of course, Amanita muscaria and the fairy toadstools. I mean, they're all very delicious, let's face it. But anyway, let's make it from clay. I'm using self-drying clay today. Oh, that's a good one. Cute. All right, now I'm making a massive one. Okay, my bolete family. once I had painted the toadstools, they really came to life, and it was time to load up the terrarium with not only the bullets, but mossy goodness and the little seedlings too. And altogether this terrarium looks like a very realistic, magical scene from the woods, preserved forever. And now, finally, my altar was complete. Found a little gift in the garden. It was time for dinner, and today I planned to make, you guessed it, a pie. And you may have got the gist by now that I love pies. Every year I experiment with new flavours, some sweet and some savoury, and today I am to make an entirely different savoury pie, potato, cheese and apple pie. My favourite combination of flavours, and I'm telling you, it did not disappoint. I started by cutting up all of my ingredients and put the onions on to fry and the potatoes on to boil. But if you want my advice to make this pie extra fairy-licious, don't follow the recipe exactly. I would grate the apple, I would peel the potatoes and mash them slightly before putting them into the pie. I'd also add a little butter and milk to the potatoes to make them extra creamy. Made all the components separately, and once they were ready, mixed them all together into a slightly too small bowl, and it was ready to fill. And I wondered what it would be like to have a pie with its crust entirely made out of leaves. Well, it turns out it was time consuming, but so worth it. I glazed the pie with a beaten egg and put it in the oven. The pie was served with corn on the cob, and it was just delicious. If you ever get the chance, make this pie. And if you have any favourite pies, please leave them below. I am in my pie era this autumn and winter. It was then that liminal time outside, and what a beautiful time that is. Everything changes colour, and to me, it has this undertone of yellow. And the crystals were enjoying their cleanse, soaking it all in. And afterward, it was now time to let the moon and the night magic commence. year, I am really looking forward to embracing the night, starting with a crystal grid. And I have made my own crystal grid out of this block of wood, and I've engraved in it the fairy star. So that's my chosen symbol at the moment that I want to arrange my crystals in. You can do so much with crystal grids. So many symbols give off different energies. To me, the fairy star symbolizes balance and harmony. So I want to attract that into my life today with the equinox. First of all, what I want to do is I want to write a little message to put in the center of the crystal grid on a piece of paper and fold it up, and that's what I want to manifest. And I'm going to write it like it's already happened. I'm putting my manifestation in the middle, and on top of this I'm putting a pointed stone, as the energy will radiate this into the universe from its tip like that. This is a smoky quartz, and I've used this because of its clarity of mind, but also because I was really just attracted to it. To be honest, I'm not going to tell you what crystals to use. You could use ones that you're drawn to. You can look up what's best suited for your affirmation. You can find crystals based on what you think about when you think about your affirmation. Now I've got these, I'm going to find which ones are suited that I am drawn to, and I'm going to place them on my crystal grid in a way that just makes sense to me. Oh, I have to have some hematite on there too. This is my finished crystal grid, and oh my gosh, I can't believe this piece of wood just spins like this. This is magical. I'm going to leave it here, and the reason why I want to leave it here is because it's by this window. I really hope this energy will be directed out to the moon so I can make that connection. I know this is a very subtle energy that I'm working with, but I can't stress enough that it is all about the intent. These crystals just light up my eyes. Manifestation means so much to me. I've put so much into this, and I know that something will happen from it. Time for bed. Oh no. Autumn evenings are for watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch again, but also I cannot believe it, but I have an evening routine that I actually do every night before bed. I've got a self-care stand on my bedside table, and it's taken many years to actually acquire this routine, but I thought I'd share it with you because I've added a few new things recently that go with this theme of the dark and welcoming the moon and the darker half of the year. My earpods to listen to ASMR. Of course, lavender mist, night oil, a lavender pouch to smell to be very cozy. Or I can put it under my pillow. These are amazing cards before bed as they're nighttime affirmations, and right now I'm going to pick a card for all of us enchanted ones to sum up this day, and this is the card. Higher self. I'm ready to communicate with my higher self in my dreams and to become enlightened. It's amazing to think that a whole world, a whole unknown world lies before us when we dream. And sometimes I honestly do think that I understand why everyone's here in my dreams, and then I wake up and I forget about it. On my nightstand, I have a dream meaning book, and I've got a journal there too, so I can write my dreams down when I remember them, because you just won't believe some of my dreams. I keep getting reoccurring dreams at the moment, to be honest, about the wedding. I'll never be ready, and it's the wedding day, and I'm walking down the aisle and I'm like, I haven't written my vows. And I think that some dreams are very easy to interpret, but some are very interesting. And yeah, it's a lot of the time it's about the emotions that arise to the surface rather than the dreams themselves, but the dreams actually sometimes are very interesting too. So yeah, I think that is my last point, other than the fact that maybe like a cheeky point 14 is from me to you this autumn: be unapologetically yourself. Take over the house with autumn decorations. Be yourself. That is one of the things that always used to hold me back from autumn and embracing this time of year. Just kind of like fear. I would be in the woods and people would be judging me for looking at toadstools. Fear of wearing what I wanted to. Fear of making things, making crafts in my home. But now I've done them. Like, I feel like I've expanded my brain and I feel liberated. And this has been such a fun day, Enchanted ones. But I have to say, even though it's just turned to night outside, I am exhausted. And I think it's time to just curl up, watch Sabrina, have a relaxing night. So Enchanted ones, thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed Mabon and autumn, and I'll see you very soon. All my love, Alwyn.